I'm Jakari Jackson here for Infowars.com. Myself and Joe Biggs are outside of a Army recruitment station or an Armed Services recruitment station in South Austin. Now, we've seen reports and threats of more shootings since the Chattanooga murders. We've seen reports in San Marcos, also places like Las Vegas, but it's not limited to there. I'm here with Joe Biggs, who's also a former Army Staff Sergeant. And Joe, what have these guys been telling you?
Thanks, Jakari. Yesterday I was out here with 3 other people throughout the day. I was out here for about 6.5 hours. There's another gentleman over here to my left who was out here for about that long. He got here early in the morning. Now we have more people out here today at this location at the South Park Meadows in South Austin. We also have some people set up in Midland and different various locations throughout the day in Texas. And we want to encourage people to get up. If you're a retired veteran, you have nothing going on today, get out, help support these guys who are in here and don't have the ability to protect themselves because our government will not allow that. The funny thing is, though, is they trust them to go overseas, fight for their country, die, but they don't trust them to be able to protect themselves at home. That's something that we need to change. Now, yesterday I had the opportunity to speak with one of the recruiters behind me here, and he said that there were reports of threats at recruiting stations in Las Vegas, throughout Florida, and a location in San Marcos was getting a lot of weird calls, crazy hang-ups throughout the day. And then also last night I had a older red Jeep Wrangler come through. A man was wearing a Marine Digicam desert uniform top and then jean bottoms. He drove by, stopped, looked at me, saw me. I think he was a little surprised to see me out here, and then sped off around this corner this way. I went over to the Marine Corps recruiting center behind me and notified them of that, and I asked them if they had anyone who worked here at this station who drove one of those vehicles. They said no. They asked me what kind of uniform I said. I said it was a Digicam. They said that's very unusual because they were told not to wear their uniforms at this location and other stations across the United States. You know, if you know Marines like I do, that's one thing. They're very prideful, and for you to tell them, for the government to tell them that they can't wear their uniform, that's a signal of pride. That's their heart. That's everything that they fight for. I mean, it's disgusting. Not only will you disarm them, now you're making them take off their uniform that they fight in. So I'm Joe Biggs with Infowars.com, and myself, Jakari Jackson, and many other patriots throughout this state are going to be standing guard, making sure recruiters can go home safe at night.